So 1 week ago I launched this video into the wild and you guys, you had some thoughts. And when I say thoughts, 115 of them apparently. So let's look into some of them. Basically I thought I'd do this video, we'd go through the comments on the last video and I'd re-review it because it's been a week now. So we've had the full version, let's see how we feel. And let's look at these comments and let's see if I've changed how I feel, if they're fair, what you guys are thinking. You get the vibes. So Electronics says sorting out staff is painful, sorting out anything to do with youth teams is painful, sorting out staff for youth teams is pure hell. I hope modding fixes this game, but I'm not optimistic. Maybe for FM27, but 26 is a scrap and it hasn't even come out yet. Well, of course this was just before it came out. I will say those things are still largely true. Figuring out where anything is still a little bit difficult. Sorting out anything in the youth teams is in fact still hell. But modding is fixing the game, so good shout there from Electronics. Lowlander says, I like you played Championship Manager since 92-93 on the Amiga. It's sad to see FM in this state. I remember Football Manager 2004 when they went to a 2D pitch. That was a disastrous release also. There were hundreds of bugs. I'll stick to FM24. I do remember FM04. It was hell. It wasn't Championship Manager for hell, but it was hell. In fact, it was the same game, wasn't it? Because FM05 was the first one. But yeah, it was hell. I will say though, the bugs with the new patches, they are improving. Christian Evans says, I got the beta the day it came out. I played about an hour and I haven't put it back on since. I'll give it another try tomorrow when the full game is out. Hopefully a lot of the bugs are fixed. But currently I'm more likely to load a database onto FM24 and continue playing that. Even when used to the new UI, it's horrendous. I don't want it. I will say we've had 3 or 4 patches on the new game already, and I will say a lot of the bugs seem to be gone. A lot of the big bugs at least. There's still a few little bothersome ones, but a lot of the bugs have gone now, and yes, I'm still not liking the new UI. I still think it's too bright and glaring, but that'll get fixed with a mod at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, it's looking better than it was, I'll say that much. Stefan Kowalski right below says all they had to do was add new graphics and rosters to FM24 and improve team interaction. The new interface ruins the overall fun of the game. On the positive side, the game runs much faster and the new tactical system is excellent. Unfortunately, after playing 4 seasons with 4 different teams, I noticed that the game is simply too easy and losing a match is next to impossible. I don't disagree. They could have got away with doing new graphics and new rosters for FM24, 25, 26, 27, 28 and just rolled out the new interface when it was ready, but they announced it so they had to do it. The game does run much faster. I do like the new tactical system, and saying it's too easy is a bit of a flex because I've been finding it's a bit 50-50 to be completely honest. Fraser Elphick says, it's sad but unfortunately true that we PC players are now the minority. They have to prioritise controller players on console going forward and port that over to the PC. This is how it will be going forward. We had a great 30 years, but it's over. RIP FM on PC. So since FM console came out, I've had a couple of conversations with console players, and it seems that the console version isn't actually that good either. It's really odd. So yeah, they've sort of they've tried to sort of split the difference, and it seems like it's hitting for nobody at the moment, which is not a great choice. But yeah, I do agree. They've kind of said that they don't really care about the core PC player as much anymore, which is harsh, but I guess they're a business to make money. They don't care if we disappear, so that's life. Masterficial says, I hate how strikers don't score. Winger Manager 26. He's not wrong. Strife says, it's safe to say all the bugs won't be fixed when the game's released, but I think it'll be fixed over the lifetime of this game. It was clearly not well tested, and that is unacceptable. Fully agree. The match engine looks great, but the UI needs a lot of work. I don't like the pop-up UI, but as someone who has also played it on the PS5, I understand why they've made this change. It was horrible using your joystick as a mouse to navigate the menu there. Anyway, fingers crossed, I'm just happy to have something after a 2-year wait, which I think is a fair comment. I do think it's a fair comment, and hopefully we'll see the game carry on improving and we'll get a good 27. Hopefully. Mike Crawshaw says, hate is a strong word, but it's not up to the stand. It's just not up to the standard we're used to from SI, which I actually literally said in that video. So cheers for watching all the way through, Mike. Appreciate that. This will be a year-long beta, which I think I also said. Hopefully by FM27 they'll have added back in some more features. It's very slimmed down. The UI is a mess. Even after 5 years of development, the game is nowhere near ready for a full release. The game is maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10, which, like you say, keeps us playing, but it should be better. With regards to Miles, he's probably under huge pressure after the failure of 25 and building the player base on other platforms. Sadly, this has left the core player base, PC players who built SI into what it is today, feeling alienated. And I think actually that does sort of sum up how we feel a little bit after the beta, which is certainly better than Stefan Jonsson's "It's a piece of crap," which is a little bit unfair, but there we go. As I said, there's a lot of comments on this video. I could go on comments for ages, and you're welcome to stop by that one or leave me comments on this one. I'd love to keep the discussion going and see how you feel after the new game comes out. I just want to make a short kind of, this is some of the comments we got, let's reflect on some of them kind of video. But I will say, after the first few patches on the full release, and if you've not got the beta branch open, it's actually worth doing on Steam. Please do that because you are getting updates before they come out for the main game. It's become playable. I said that in the original video that it was a 3 or 4 out of 10 FM game, but a 6 out of 10 game in general as a beta. I will say I'd revise that now and say it's probably a 5 out of 10 FM and a 6.5 to 7 game now. It has improved. We'll revisit it after Christmas when they finally rolled out the January patch, but I think that's probably where we're going to be, which I know is not as scandalous and salacious as me going, I hate FM and blah, 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 but it's improving. So if you haven't picked it up yet, I would say it is worth picking up now. Maybe do go and give that a go, pick that up. And if you want to see it in action, I'm now back streaming, so you can find me on here live and on Twitch quite regularly at the moment, so feel free to pop by. We'll have a proper chat, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm also going to be dropping more tips and tricks videos over the next few days, and I'm going to be launching our exciting new series probably Monday or Tuesday. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to leave it there. I could have gone through all the comments, but we'd be here forever, and a lot of them were kind of same thing, different wording. But thank you for all of those. Please do keep engaging, and until next time, I've been Chasing Lamely. Stay safe and have a good one.